Kevin Owens recently opened up on CM Punk, and in this video, I'm going to tell you what he said because he had some interesting comments. Now, fans have been wondering how CM Punk would gel with certain stars since returning to WWE last November at Survivor Series, right? Because he departed from AEW, and oh, what a run that was, right? From the all-out brawl-out with the Elite, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks. The post all-out press conference in 2022 where he ripped Colt Cabana, he ripped Hangman Page and the Elite, and then All In happened. All right, there's a lot of baggage that comes with CM Punk, and then you have to throw in the backstage politics, right? Him not gelling with certain guys, him not allowing certain guys backstage at Collision. Now, Punk has stated, he most notably told Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour that he wanted to be gone from AEW following the all-out brawl, but Tony Khan, AEW Prez, he simply didn't want to give Punk what he wanted. And you can't blame the man for not wanting to release one of his biggest stars under contract. And more importantly than that, you have to consider that CM Punk was a guy that Tony Khan had his eye on when he first started All Elite Wrestling. He reached out to him. Things didn't work out, but eventually in August of 2021, Punk arrived. And it was beautiful at first. Then the honeymoon phase wore off and things went downhill. So you had All Out. Then you had Punk returning, really against his wishes. He tried reportedly to go back to WWE when he was trying to get his release, right? He talked to the company. He showed up at a Monday Night Raw event in early 2023 before being asked to leave by one Vince McMahon. And then he went back to AEW. All In brawl happened with Jack Perry, him and Tony Khan. He told Tony Khan he was a clown. All of that has been well established. Now he's back in WWE. He's back doing his thing. And unfortunately, though, he did get sidelined with a torn triceps while working just his, fourth match back at the Royal Rumble when it came down to him and Cody Rhodes in the Men's Royal Rumble match, where reportedly plans was for him to challenge Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 40. That clearly did not happen. Instead, Cody won said match, earned his shot to challenge Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, and Drew McIntyre won the Men's Elimination Chamber match and took Punk's place in a WrestleMania main event, challenging Seth Rollins for the world title. Oh, what the last year has been. Am I right, folks? So CM Punk, he's back in WWE. It's a honeymoon phase, right? A lot of people have spoken glowingly about Punk internally. He's being praised for his attitude of wanting to help people, a complete 180 from that in AEW. Keep in mind that Punk, he's had this history before, right? Either you don't like Punk or you love Punk. You hate Punk or you love Punk. He also goes through these seasons in his life where one minute he's happy and the next minute he's miserable. That's just how he is. It happened in WWE for the most part, right? And when he was WWE champion, he was pretty happy. But then towards the end of that run, he wasn't happy. And he has said that he tried to return to the company before he went to AEW, years before, and it just didn't work out. He went to AEW, he had a good run there, and then things went sour. Now he's back in WWE and seemingly very, very happy. But we'll see how long that lasts. So, Kevin Owens, the man of the hour, all right? He was on the Gorilla Position podcast, and he was asked about his relationship with CM Punk after his past comments regarding Punk and seemingly having a beef with one another. Owens said that they simply don't have a relationship. This is exactly what he said. Well, we have no relationship. We're not each other's type of people, I don't think. We'll acknowledge each other. There's a 10-foot vicinity that if we enter it, then we kind of say, hey, hi. Otherwise, we don't, and it's fine. It's perfectly fine. When asked if he had noticed a change in Punk since returning to WWE, something that other people have noted to be the case, Owens said, I don't know that. I don't care, to be honest. I am who I am. He is who he is, and it's fine that way. I think the beef really goes back to a shoot interview that Owens did before going to WWE, and that's where everything kind of lined up. It's ironic, though, that Owens and Punk does not get along, considering both guys are very blunt, to the point, and will tell you the truth to your face, and will then walk away and think nothing of it. I have a ton of respect for both guys. I have a ton of respect for both guys' contributions to the pro wrestling business, the way that they conduct themselves, the way that they are able to tell stories with their bodies and their microphone skills, in which not a lot of other people can do. I think CM Punk is going to go down as one of the greatest pure wrestlers to ever step foot inside of the squared circle. And I think Kevin Owens will go down as one of the most underrated wrestlers in the history of the wrestling business. Whether it be his ROH days or whether it even be his WWE days. Yes, he's held world titles. Yes, he's had classics. Yes, he's had memorable feuds. But he's never felt like the guy. And I can't put my finger on it. You know, when it was Vince McMahon, it was, well, he didn't fit the mold. And yes, I understand that Vince put the Universal title on him years ago. But it was kind of a fluke kind of title win, right? You had Triple H help him out. Then he lost it to Goldberg. All right, and it's like, I don't know about that. Now, his NXT run under Triple H was marvelous. Freaking marvelous, right? From his debut at that TakeOver special to his classic rivalry with Sami Zayn to being NXT champion and working so many classic bouts to his main roster debut where he worked John Cena, right? He laid out John Cena in his first night. He's had memorable feuds with Sami Zayn. He got to say that he headlined WrestleMania 38 in 2022 when he brought Stone Cold Steve Austin out of retirement for a match, okay? He then headlined it for a second straight year with his best friend Sami Zayn to win the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles from one of the greatest tag teams in the history of the wrestling business in the Usos. And that is not just modernizing this topic. That is not recent history bias. That is the truth. The Usos is one of the greatest tag teams to ever do it. And I don't think they get necessarily the credit that they deserve. Punk, he was an underrated guy, right? Before he got to WWE, he was just, everyone saw him as this indie darling. He had to eat a pile of crap to get to WWE. He ate even more when he was in WWE. Like, this guy's been through a lot, but he's made a name for himself. And who knows? Maybe down the line, we get a CM Punk Kevin Owens match. I'd be interested in seeing it. Let me know down in the commentary below.